Just close your eyes. Know the peace within. You are the only truth. There is no truth other than you. You are yet to know what you are exactly. Till you know what you are, you are continuously trapped by the duality show. To know the highest truth about yourself, you must know the non-dual reality within. Here, duality is outside. Here, within space, whatever that appears, moves, happens, or disappears. Within this duality show is not you. To know that there's no reality within duality, you are yet to know the non-dual reality within. Here in space, everything is appearing, moving, and disappearing at an unexplainable speed in no time. But the non-dual reality is unmoving, unchanging, and ever present. As you are yet to know the non-dual reality about you, you are accepting this duality show, which is constantly changing at an unexplainable speed, and it appears and disappears. This duality show you are accepting to be real because you are yet to know that which is unchanging, that which is unmoving, that which is ever present. The absolute non-dual reality about you remains unknown to you. Just now, you are the only non-dual observer, and nothing has never happened to you. This you must know, then only you remain cool and unconcerned about any happening that happens within this duality. Unnecessarily and unknowingly, you are troubling yourself at this duality level show, as you are yet to know the absolute non-dual reality within. Here in space, everything is appearing, moving, and disappearing. You are only perceiving objects which appear, which moves, and which disappears, including your form. But you never investigate to find out who is the observer of all that appear, move, and disappear. You know only about the duality show. So you accept the duality show to be real. You are yet to know that the reality is non-dual. You are yet to know that the reality is beyond space. You are yet to know that the reality is beyond movement. You are yet to know that the reality is beyond object. You are yet to know that the reality is beyond manifestation. You are yet to know that the reality is beyond appearances and beyond disappearances. As you are yet to know the absolute reality which prevails forever and ever, which is eternally here, which can neither change nor appear nor disappear, you are continuously distracted, disturbed, and remain affected by the ever-changing duality show, which is not you. How to know that you are not the duality show which appear and disappear? To know that which appears and disappears, that which changes and disappears, you must find out that which is unchanging and that which is unmoving and that which is ever present. You are yet to know the unmoving, unchanging, ever present reality within you. Within space, everything is constantly changing. But beyond space, there's neither appearances nor disappearances. But the ever present absolute reality is there always, without beginning and ending. And you are that. How to know that you are that? The absolute reality is within, prior to space. How can you find the truth about yourself within space? That's why you remain dejected, depressed, frustrated, because you are searching the reality within space. There's not even an iota of reality within space. You can search for millions of years, but you cannot get the truth here. Because here everything is constantly appearing and disappearing. To know the absolute truth about yourself, you must first find out the unmoving, unchanging reality within. Just now, you know the stillness within, which is unmoving, unchanging, this stillness is beyond object, beyond form, beyond limitations, beyond boundaries, beyond words. With eyes closed, very easily you get to know the stillness within. Truth is unmoving, unchanging, and ever present. The stillness is also unmoving, unchanging, and ever present. So why not you abide in this stillness constantly so that you can get to know the absolute, eternal, highest truth about yourself. I am addressing these talks exclusively to the consciousness within every form. Unknowingly, your consciousness accepts itself to be a form with limited labels. So it is continuously trapped at the form level identities, at the label level identities, at the word level identities. Words are not you. You are prior to words. Words just indicate that which is beyond words. All these words are used only to take you beyond words. That's why you are able to know the stillness which is beyond words. You are able to know the stillness because now you are beyond words. You are able to know the stillness because you are free from identifications. So you remain relaxed, cool, just now, inwardly. Just now, your consciousness is merging with the source of awareness, and it is in utter relaxation because it is free from words, it is free from identifications, it is free from the object level duality show. Once your eyes are closed, you remain free from the duality show. You remain free from the manifested show. You remain free from the object level show. You remain free from the form level show. Now you are closing your eyes to know the stillness within. This stillness is infinite. It has got no ending, no beginning. It is ever there already. Just now you know that you are without words. You are very much conscious of yourself just now, and you stay beyond words. I am indicating the conscious state within you which is beyond words just now. Whenever you stay beyond words, you are more conscious. With eyes open, very often you get trapped by the perceived objects and you start identifying and using more words and getting trapped. All the objects are only for utility. All the words are only for utility. The entire manifestation is only for utility and it is not you. First of all, you must know that you are only consciousness at present. And this consciousness is not a word. It is beyond words. I am taking you beyond words, where there is no movement. And movement happens out of it. Though your eyes are closed, though you know the stillness within, still you hear the sound outside. You are prior to the sound, and the sound happens out of your consciousness. You are prior to movement, every movement happens out of your consciousness. Just now, the breathing itself is happening only out of your consciousness. The entire metabolic activities happening just now out of your consciousness. The world happens just now out of your consciousness. There is nothing here other than your consciousness. At the conscious level, you are an emperor already. But your consciousness is never conscious of itself. By not knowing that it is only consciousness, within your consciousness is identifying itself to be a form, to be a tiny person, to be a limited label, and get trapped by the duality show throughout the waking state. When your true nature is prior to space, prior to duality, and whatever perceived here within duality is not you, how can you remain affected? It is exactly like you are perceiving a movie on a screen. You are only observing the movie, you are not the movie. But still you get affected because of identification. By identifying the perceived show, you give more reality. Because you are yet to know the absolute reality about yourself. I am here to remind your consciousness within that you are only consciousness just now, and you are already within, and you are unmoving, unchanging, and ever present, and you were never born, and you cannot die. I am addressing this to the consciousness within, and your consciousness knows that it is only consciousness, not through words, only by abiding inwardly, constantly, and starts knowing the stillness endlessly. I am helping your consciousness to be conscious of itself. This teaching you will find very rare, because I know what you are, and I know how you remain ignorant about yourself, though you are the highest pinnacle of the truth. So I am reminding your consciousness that you are only consciousness, and you are already within, and you are ever present, and you are without any beginning and ending. Eternally you are here, and nothing has never happened to you. But without knowing this highest truth, your consciousness is unknowingly trapped. And your consciousness is prior to experiences, but it accepts the experiences to be real. It is prior to the object and it is accepting all the objects to be real. It is prior to words and it is accepting all words to be real. It cannot die, but it accepts the death to be real. What more you want? The ignorance, the highest ignorance is that which cannot die accepts that it is going to die. What more ignorance you need than this? Your consciousness cannot die because it's not an object to appear and disappear. It is not time oriented. It is not object oriented. It is not movement oriented. Every movement happens out of it. Every object happens out of it. Every form happens out of it. Even the time also happens only out of it. Time is nothing but the movement of the object. See, you are the highest truth, but you never know it. Because you are never conscious of yourself. See, the basic fundamental mistake or error or whatever the term, that your consciousness remains ignorant about itself. It never knows what it is. So it is continuously trapped. Then how will your consciousness wake up? By accepting itself to a tiny personality which is not itself. What do you call as a person? Head to toe your consciousness. Each and every cell is happening just now by the light of the consciousness. Beyond space. The light is beyond space and only its reflections are within space. And you are more than the light, the observer of the light. And are you going to know? I am talking only to your consciousness. No person ever here. Unknowingly you accept yourself to be a personality, which is not you. First, accept that you are only consciousness at present. That is more than enough for you. To remain wakeful. Wakefulness means knowing the peace within constantly. At the personality level, you cannot remain peaceful because you are identifying everything to be yourself. How can you remain peaceful? And you are already free from identifications. You are free from the object. And every object happens only out of your consciousness. Your consciousness does not know that it is the source of the entire manifestation. Not knowing its highest potential, it remains a slave to the object level show. It remains a beggar at the object level show because it never knows its richness. The inner richness of the consciousness is yet to be explored. How can your consciousness know that it is consciousness unless it goes within? The truth is within. Stillness is within. Your consciousness is within. What are you doing here outside? You never go inwardly. Then how can you remain peaceful? How can you remain wakeful? How will you know that you are eternally here? First know the truth is prior to space, prior to words. The truth is non-dual. Non-dual means prior to space, beyond space. Why you are made to close your eyes now? Because with eyes open you are continuously trapped by each and every frame of the duality show. And you remain worried also to improve the show, not knowing that there is no reality at all. To know that there is no reality at all within this duality show, first of all you must find out what is real. Then automatically you will wake up. So I am taking you inwardly and helping you to know the stillness within. This stillness is also non-dual because it is unmoving, neither changing, and it is ever present. It cannot appear and disappear also. Once you know the peace within, you start knowing the joy also. This is a very beautiful journey. You will know joy and peace endlessly, inwardly. This joy and peace is beyond movement. So it is endlessly there. Only movements appear and disappear. That which is beyond movement cannot appear and disappear because eternally it is here. Through this endless peace and joy, very easily your consciousness wakes up totally and knows that it is already the absolute, the supreme, the ultimate, the wholeness. By not knowing the non-dual richness, your consciousness remains ignorant. At the duality level, at the non-dual level, there's nothing called ignorance. Only at the duality level, this ignorant show is going on. The show is also going on spontaneously, not by you, but by the play of the elements. You only observe. Even now, you only observe. You observe the peace within. You observe the stillness within. So the observer is eternal, ever present. I am not telling any story here. I am telling the absolute truth about yourself. Listen deeply. Imbibe these teachings. It helps you to know your eternity beyond limitation, beyond boundaries, beyond duality. Each and every word is coming straight from the source, only to wake up your consciousness, to know its eternity, to know its absolute richness beyond duality. This teaching is exclusively to wake up your consciousness. So I am introducing your consciousness that you are only consciousness. All these labels and identifications are not true. It is only for convenient communication. Know deeply that you are only conscious. Without words. Know to stay beyond words. As you are now, even with eyes open. It is not that you need to close your eyes and stay beyond words. Even with eyes open, stay beyond words and observe and use words only when it is essential. If you can follow this very easily, you can wake up. You means your consciousness can wake up totally and know its eternal nectar state prior to duality. You are ever here. Nothing has never happened to you. This is absolute eternal truth about you. I am not telling any story. You are the only truth. There's no truth higher than you. To know this, first Accept that you are only consciousness within. Outside, there's no reality. Whatever the moments, whatever the story, whatever the happening, are not you. You only observe, 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 observe eternally. Whether the duality happens or not, whether the object happens or not, whether the dream happens or not, whether the movement happens or not, you only observe, 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 observe eternally. The first step is to be conscious of yourself. Now I am helping you to be conscious of yourself. Settle in the stillness, stabilize in the stillness first, and be conscious of your presence. You will find endless peace and infinite joy once you are stabilizing inwardly. This inwardly means it is beyond space, eternally here. Your original state is only non-dual, beyond space. You are only observing that which happens within space. To know your beyondness only, you are made to close your eyes now. You are already beyond. First, you must know your beyondness. But you are limiting yourself to be a tiny form with certain identifications. Then how will you know your beyondness without going inwardly? Your real value is beyond space, prior to space, beyond duality, prior to duality. To transcend the duality, to wake up from the dream show, first abide inwardly. Abide inwardly, constantly and consistently. Very easily, your consciousness can wake up totally to know that it is eternally here, it is beyond birth and death, and it is the absolute wholeness, and nothing never happens. I am here always, eternally. I want your consciousness also to wake up and to realize that you are eternally here and you are always here prior to manifestation. Be with me beyond words. You are connected to me beyond words just now. I am using these words only to remind your consciousness about its eternal truth. Otherwise, there's no need for me to talk or to expound this knowledge. This knowledge is exclusively addressed to the consciousness within, which is in need of realizing its eternal absolute truth. Stay beyond words, settle in stillness, constantly, inwardly, you are already that. Better wake up consciously and know that you are the only truth and there is no truth other than you. Will you